Right, just hang on a second. Hang on, I just want to have a quick look at these notes. Episode 2 of the Life and Times with the NT1100 DCT ES. DCT electronic suspension. I've done about 2,000 miles since we spoke last. Been to the ABR Festival, the best mass participation biking event I have personally been to. Fabulous, fabulous atmosphere, so much to see and do, and it's like you're with 17,000 mates. Really good, highly recommended.
You can always hear the Mossy before you see the Mossy. And then you spend several hours with the Mossy. Not that that's a bad thing.
The other thing was I went to Scotland and I did a bit of toing and froing in the northern part of the UK while I was up there, so I added about another 1,200 miles on that. I think it was away for about 5 days in total. And as a tourer, this bike is quite hard to beat. For sure, it's still a bit of a weighty thing at the end and start of each day when you're pushing it about, trying to get ready to go. It can be a bit of a handful, but once the engine's running and the wheels are turning, handles fine. Marvellous. Impressed with these Bridgestone T33 Sports touring tyres. Good grip, all temperatures, and when you're pushing it, even when the bike's heavy like mine is now, you can still rely on them. There's another one, another NT1100. One thing that was very apparent in these distance days, I mean, I was doing like about 250, 300 miles on some days, it is the comfort. It's easy to do that sort of mileage. You could do 5 plus. If you're fit enough, I'm sure you could do 1,000. The screen is very good. Screen's adjustable and a lot easier to adjust than it was on the original bike. But it's the riding position and general ease of use of the bike. The engine is super relaxed. You don't have to go chasing gears. You don't have to do that anyway because it's got DCT. But the combination of both just helps you dispatch sort of miles and dispatch overtakes and just alter speed as and when you want to in just a calm, easygoing fashion. You don't have to rev it hard at all, and the result is you're just less stressed because of its laid-back nature. Like the brakes, I've just sort of had those cleaned actually, because this bike wasn't brand new when I got it, and that makes a difference. It's hard to appreciate the deterioration in performance until you get everything renewed. It's a bit like tyres. You think the new tyres are so much better than the old. Part of that's because they're brand new, they've got best grip, and the profiles are as they should be. Like the suspension, that has proved to be just making life so much easier as well as more comfortable. I just press buttons to alter how I want it to ride. Again, I normally set it, there's 4 different engine modes which also alter the suspension and the intervention of the ABS and traction. I just choose the tow mode. There's a lot more adjustment than the basic settings allow, but you know what, I just can't be bothered because I'm happy enough with it as it is. Just quickly, some things that I do not like at all. The switch gear has got 16 switches and buttons on it. It's an ergonomic disaster. Look at that. Lewis Hamilton's F1 car probably doesn't have as much. Because things move in different planes, and because it's all a bit crowded, the horn, you just have to guess basically where the bloody thing is. It's just not an it's not an ergonomic piece of splendour, shall we say. Are you saying my switch gear looks cheap? Tis a bit. The other thing as well, of course, is, and this is an example of what happens. Either I do or don't press the button, or I change modes when I don't want to. It's all well and good having a lot of adjustment, and I appreciate that, but give me a chance of selecting it accurately and at the time I want, rather than otherwise. This is the second NT that I've had, and I've ridden plenty of other Hondas with it,
and I never ever know instinctively where the bloody horn or indicator switches are, and that there's just too much going on. I'm not keen on the fact that the clocks take about 20 seconds to come alive. If I don't want to just know before I ride what time it is or how much fuel's in the bike, I can't until I wait. And you'd be surprised how long 20 seconds seems to last. So far, yeah, it's a bit... I think on a good day I love it. Not in a lustful fashion, but there are times at least when I really get irritated by this bloody thing, just because of these design features. And though I really rate DCT, it's a very, very clever, better than any human at changing gear system. I don't like the fact that you can't put it in gear, and the fact that the handbrake is in not the most accessible place. I will moan more about that in the next issue. I'm looking forward to doing more miles on it. So I'm going back to Scotland. I just know wherever I plan to go, whether it's Tesco's or bloody, somewhere in the middle of Scotland, this bike's going to do a good job.